juggernaut S.A. Cosby. I'm not even sure when Sean and I met, but we've known each other for years, and I'm a huge fan of his work. He's written 4 fantastic novels: My Darkest Prayer, Blacktop Wasteland, Razorblade Tears, and All the Sinners Bleed. The first of these came out in 2018, but he's already had an enormous impact on the mystery and suspense world with award-winning, best-selling books that have helped reshape the genre. He's won the Macavity, the Anthony, the Barry, the Hammett, the International Thriller Writers Award, and the Los Angeles Times Book Prize. Some of these in back-to-back years. He's also a multiple Edgar nominee. For many readers and listeners, including one Barack Obama, he's probably the defining writer of contemporary crime fiction. What many people might not know is that Sean cut his teeth on short stories, cranking out hundreds of them in the years leading up to his first novel. He published many of these with Thuglit, which also counts many BAM's authors among its contributors. Sean may write instant bestsellers now, but he spent years honing his craft and voice in the comparatively niche world of short crime fiction. This may account, in part, for his deep camaraderie and continuous generosity with other writers. He still writes tons of short stories, by the way. I'm always excited to come across them in my reading for this anthology. He was a contributor to the Best American Mystery and Suspense in both 2022 and 2023. He would have been eligible for this year's too, but he took a year off to be my guest editor. Sean has been an extremely game partner in this process, and I am very grateful to him for his intelligence, enthusiasm, and willingness to work on the unreasonable schedule I foisted on him. I've had a wild year. I judged the National Book Awards and have been shooting a TV show in South Korea, where I am currently in a hotel room writing this overdue foreword after an all-nighter on set. As I've mentioned in past volumes, I also have 2 small children. My first was born less than 2 weeks after editor Nicole tapped me for Best American. Because of all the above, I've gone 5 years without working on a novel. Editing this series has kept me connected to my people and my love of crime fiction. I will never get sick of reading fresh stories and working with writers like Sean. This is my 4th anthology, so I knew where to find eligible stories, and helpfully, writers and editors knew where to find me. I read through every issue of Ellery Queen and Alfred Hitchcock's Mystery Magazine, as well as Akashic's collection of noir and genre stories. I tracked down crime anthologies, many of them after receiving submissions from individual authors or editors, and kept tabs on the various mystery publications, both in print and online. I also hit up editors of literary journals for crime or crime-adjacent stories. I sifted through all these stories and picked around 50 of the best, or more accurately, my favorites, which I passed on to Sean. He read them as fast as I could get them to him, and he chose his favorites. We had an 11:30 p.m. Zoom meeting on maybe the last possible night before selections were due, and finalized the list, sharing our thoughts and gushing about these spectacular stories. I'm proud of all our work here and grateful for the chance to share these outstanding stories. I hope you enjoy them as much as I did. Steph Cha. Read by Stacy Gonzalez. Copyright 2024 by Steph Cha.
Introduction. The summer after I graduated from high school, I went to the library to get some books for the weekend. Yes, I was the kind of kid who got books for the weekend instead of being invited to parties. Anyway, as I was perusing the shelves, I came across a book of short stories called The Best American Mystery Stories, edited by Sue Grafton. At this time in my life, I knew I wanted to be a writer, but I wasn't sure what genre was best for me. I loved horror novels and sci-fi and fantasy. However, my heart always seemed to come back to mysteries, to crime fiction. Before that day,